round 2 of our Road Racing Creator Championship, and we are at Qatar. If you thought round 1 was full of excitement, watch this. This race was absolutely amazing. Like, I swear you do not want to miss this. Okay, so we are in here. So unfortunately, I did not attend quali, so I'm unable to show you guys footage of that. But anyway, the formation lap is starting, and I'm actually gonna get a warning here. I didn't mean to, but yeah. Anyway, so since we're starting in the pits, we're gonna actually pit again to, well, have fresher tires, because when you start in the pit lane, you actually have 1 lap fresher tires. But anyway, it's gonna be lights out very soon. And that's actually Razor Hyper jump starting, but we go now. It slides out and away we go. I'm starting the pit lane with Zoo. So yeah, I'm currently ahead of Zoo. But in the first corner here, I get 2 warnings in a row, and that gives me a penalty. So I'm going to have to serve the penalty, and I'm probably going to end up last. But I'm not going to give up. I know I can still do this. So yeah, we're going to be pushing as much as I can. Yeah, so here I'm going to have to serve my penalty in just a second here. So I'm serving my penalty, and that's going to let Zoo past, as you can see. And Razor Hyper actually got a penalty as well, so I'm quite close to him. So maybe you can push to overtake him. But actually, 1 lap later, Razor actually disconnected. So no need to overtake that guy. But there's actually a safety car now, and that's going to save our race, because we were 15 seconds behind the leader now. So it was not looking good. But with a safety car, I'm actually able to, well, catch up to the rest of the pack. So I know this was my golden opportunity to try to, well, gain some position. So here we go, and this is Zoo, and it's actually green flag immediately, and I couldn't overtake Zoo because he was ahead of me, but Zoo just did it horribly wrong, and Zoo is actually even gonna pit in the, like, in this first lap after the safety car. So it was really messy, and then it ended up going back to a safety car. It was a really messy organization thing, but it's fine, I guess, as long as we don't get another warning. But yeah, as you can see, we are, well, not last, we're just ahead of Zoo. But anyway, it's going to be green flag this time, well, cleanly, and it's actually been a good restart for us. But my setup is just way too heavy. You can just see how I am literally a tractor on this track. Everyone is just out dragging me. I'm using all my ERS and DRS, and I'm still not able to, well, keep up. So yeah, we're gonna push as much as we can, but it's gonna be very hard with this setup. We need to gain as much time in the corners, because I know I'm not gonna be able to gain it back on the straight. And we can even see Zoo is now overtaking me, although my teammate there, Marm, actually makes a mistake. So we're ahead of him, but now he's gonna come back right after, because of my setup. So it's not been a good restart, but my teammate makes another mistake, but it seems fine. He's not gonna crash too much, and their ahead is Arthur, I think, who has actually gone wide. But it seems fine as he goes onto the grass again and stuff. So it's kind of a weird thing. But we are still here. We're here. We are in P5 at the moment, just ahead of our teammate, and everyone else is ahead of us. So we have a lot of work to do. But I know we can do this. I know we can do this. But I know that the next pit stop I'm gonna make, I'm probably gonna change my setup, because it's way too high. We are simply too slow on the straights. But we're gonna try to push for Arthur. We actually get a warning, so that's not good news. It's not our first warning of the race, but it's our first of 3, so we're gonna have to be careful about that. And so here we can see Arthur kind of makes a mistake. He takes a weird line, but there's actually a safety car right after. I'm not sure if I was completely ahead of Arthur there before the yellow flag. So he probably has the position for now, but we're going to be boxing. And here I actually thought maybe we should do an alternate strategy. Maybe we don't have the pace. Maybe we just go for hards until the end of the race, and that's what I tried to do. You can also see I actually changed my setup to well, a bit lower, because we were just way too slow on the straight. So yeah, we went for the hards, and my strategy here was maybe to finish the race on these. And so this is the end of the safety car. I'm actually in P2, so everyone boxed, but I get a horrible restart, and that allows Zoo to just get away from me, and now other people are going to start attacking me. Andy and Arthur are both attacking me, and they are basically ahead of me already, but I'm going to keep on pushing. I'm going to try to use some regen, try to charge my battery for the future. And you can actually see that was an Alfa Romeo, my teammate, tried to pass me, but it didn't go to plan for him. But it's fine. We're going to keep on pushing here. We are very close behind, so like the slightest mistake by them is gonna penalize them, because I'm gonna be there to take that position. We are in P4, so P4 is quite a good position. But here, Zach, my brother, just comes out of nowhere and overtakes me, and I actually make a small mistake, so we go wide, and that means we are back last place, which is not good news for me. Because my teammate is second last basically, and my teammate actually makes us a small mistake, so we actually re-overtake. But here, I think my teammate might actually re-overtake me. Yeah, there he goes. So not that good of a pace by me in this middle sector. But actually, Zoo here got a penalty, so we are able to regain a position again. So you can see I was driving all around the place, people overtaking me overtaking other people. It was just a big mess, but we are here, and I actually got the DRS, so I decided to use regen basically on the entire straight, and you can see how much straight line speed we lost. Zoo just flew past us. But now I know I'm gonna get DRS, and I have a lot of ERS as well, so this is a good opportunity maybe to re-overtake both of them. But you can see how far away they are, and even with ERS and DRS, I'm actually gaining here at the end, so good news. But even with those, my setup is just still maybe a bit too high, so I'm gonna probably change it again to make it a bit lower once more. But we are pushing well here. We are well in the fight for P4 it is, and you can see how my teammate and I are basically attacking Zoo, but Zoo is quite fast at the moment, so it is a big challenge, but we're gonna give it our best. You can see I actually get a personal best in my first sector on hards, so that's good news. It means our pace has improved since we changed our setup, and this is about 2 laps later. We are still struggling, and here my teammate makes a big mistake. We get the DRS as well, so I am back ahead of my teammate, and I was thinking here maybe we should work together to really try to catch up back to Zoo, maybe give each other DRS and stuff, but it is going to be a challenge because we are currently P5. So I mean, I'd like to be a bit better, but here we actually get a warning, and we get another warning, so that's another penalty in the exact same way that we did last time, and this is really bad news for me. I'm gonna have to serve my penalty. As you can see, I served my penalty. I mean, I kind of took a risk there actually serving my penalty. I almost crashed out, but it's fine. So I'm gonna be dead last once again because of a penalty, but a miracle struck, and there's another safety car, and that is going to allow me to get back to everyone. And you can see I'm changing my setup again. I'm putting on mediums. The mediums will last to the end quite easily. And here in the safety car is going to be green flag. I take kind of a weird line, and Arthur actually takes advantage of that. You can see Andy there was actually served his penalty on the first lap, so he's already behind us, which is good news for us. And so I'm currently in P4, and I mean, Arthur, you can see how much he pulled away just on that first straight, so it's gonna be a big challenge to try to stay up with them even with my lower setup. But I'm gonna give it everything I have because I know there's a chance. I know I have the pace, and so yeah, I'm gonna push as much as I can, and maybe even get Zoo. I mean, why not? You know, he's quite far ahead right now, but Zach just seems a bit faster. And you can see I get a personal best by 2/10, so that really shows a lot. I'm really pushing as much as I can, but you can see, I mean, a couple of laps later, I'm basically like 3 seconds away from Arthur, so it's not looking great for now. But any mistake, a small mistake will cost him 3 seconds, and that's exactly our gap. And you can see Zoo actually got a penalty, so we are right behind him, and this is the moment that I knew that I had to push as hard as I can if I wanted to gain anything. So I would give it everything I have, every single pace that my car can give me. I was gonna try to exploit it. And so you can see the gap is only about 1 second now, so I'm gonna really give it everything. And if Zoo decides to try to overtake Arthur, they might be in a battle, and that is exactly what happened. You can see that Zoo and Arthur are battling right now, and their squabble is probably gonna make them lose some time. So that is great news for me because I'm gonna be able to get right behind them and maybe try to overtake, well, one or both of them. So this is really the moment the race shifted. The gap is only 2 seconds. I'm right behind them, and they are fighting. So I know I have the pace advantage here, and that I can actually do something. So I'm gonna try to go here. I actually tried to use my warning there, but I ended up taking the corner perfectly. So that was good news for me. And you can see they are fighting very hard, and that is allowing me to get right close to them. You can see how close I am compared to before. Arthur actually makes a mistake, but I make the exact same mistake, so it doesn't even matter. And you can see going down the hill now, they are still battling, but it seems like Zoo might have taken some of the lead here. And Arthur goes all the way onto the grass. It's not the first time I see him do that. I don't know if it's his racing line or something, but yeah. Here's Arthur makes a big mistake and a big wobble for him, and Zoo also goes wide, and that is going to allow me to go right through, but Arthur somehow comes out of nowhere and re-overtakes me. Zoo is not, it was not enough. That mistake was not enough for me to overtake him completely. And now we're going to go through here. I'm going to try to get the DRS, but Arthur makes a mistake, and that allows me to overtake both Zoo and Arthur on the same corner. And there's only one lap left now. One lap and one corner, which I'm about to go through. So this is going to be a crucial lap, the most important lap of this race probably. I am currently in P2, so I could get 18 points for my team today. It would be absolutely incredible. You can see that the gap to Zach is just way too much. It's 9 seconds to Zach, so it's basically impossible. But behind, the threat is still here. I am ahead of them, and I'm going to try to stay ahead of them, but it's going to be a big challenge. Zoo and Arthur they were losing time because they were fighting, and now that they're not fighting, they might have more pace than what I do. But I'm not going to give up. I'm going to give it everything that I have. It seems like really the setup the setup change that I did really helped a lot. And by the way, you can see that my teammate is currently in P6, which is a shame for him. He started the race much better than, how it's going right now for him. But yeah, maybe he's going to be able to overtake Andy. We'll see. He's probably going to post his POV as well, so I'll try to link it in the description once he posts it. But anyway, back to the race here. I'm still ahead. I'm giving every single thing that I have to the track. I'm taking a lot of risk, actually. I'm really... I'm not even caring about bumps. If a bump hits, well, that's a shame, but I'm just gonna try to keep this position. I get a personal best sector on the final lap, and I think that says a lot about this, how much I was pushing here. And so now through the last straight, my gap, the gap to behind is about 5/10, and here the last final corner, unfortunately I go wide, but it's not over yet. I still get okay traction. Bazoo is right behind. He has the DRS. He's still behind, but is he gonna be on the leaderboard? No, he's not. And Zoo has overtaken. He has finished second, and I will finish third. What a shame. On the final corner, on the final straight, Zoo gets me, and he's gonna finish second. I don't know what to say. I'm still happy. It's a podium. I finished P4 in the first race, and as you can see the standings here, I finished P4 and P3 now. First podium of the season. Hopefully many more to come. But yeah, I'm now on level points with Arthur, who also has 27 points. It was an intense race. And overall, I'm still happy. We started in the pit lane, so it's essentially a last to first, basically. And we got a lot of penalties and stuff, so I'm very happy with the podium on my second race. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll see you around. Bye bye.